if you have learned English in middle and high school in Japan, you can definitely speak English. You're all good to go. I'm gonna show you how to leverage that knowledge into practical English. Hello again, everyone. This is Michinatsu. Here's one thing that I have noticed since I finished school in Japan. To be fluent in English, what we need is actually the knowledge from middle and high school in Japan. However, if we keep learning English in the same way that we did in school, we cannot speak English. We will not be able to speak English like forever. Well, I was born and raised in Japan, and honestly, I had my own struggles and a lot of insecurities with my English for a while. So I do understand how difficult and challenging it is to be fluent in English. So today, I will not only explain how to study English, but also share strategies on how to turn that knowledge into English that you can actually use. No gimmick, just my honest opinions and my own experiences. In this video, I'm not gonna say things like, hey guys, do shadowing because there is a hype. Hey, buy this book because everyone says it's good. I actually want you to check away all the methods that you did in school, because English as a school subject and English as a language skill, they are completely different skills. I'm gonna put all my passion and knowledge into this video, so stay tuned until the end of this video. Before we dive in, I would love to share 3 things that I have learned from my own English learning journey. Number 1, there is no magic solution. Pressing some sort of button in your head does not make you fluent in English overnight. However, I believe in the magic of hard work. So whatever you're doing right now, they're not gonna be in vain. Believe me, magic happens. Number 2, stay humble. I think we need to let go of the pride that comes with all the years of studying in school. I think we're gonna approach English or even other languages with a flexible mindset. Number 3, enjoy creativity. I don't think you guys want to copy everything from the textbooks. Enjoy finding words that show who you really are. It's more fun, and I think that's a trick to keep enjoying learning a language. Anyhow, keep that in mind. I mean, if you want to, let's get right into the main topic. I think what stopped me from adapting into an English environment was actually the time that I had to translate everything from Japanese to English all the time. It can also be called foreign language side effect. I could understand people, but my communication skill was quite poor. There are 2 things that I started doing since I finished school in Japan. Number 1, look up words in English. The second one is English game. I know some people like to use images to memorize words, but personally, if you still put Japanese between that image and yourself, I don't think it's very effective. Especially Japanese and English, they do not match perfectly in terms of meaning. I know it requires a little bit more energy. I still like to look up words using English dictionary. I do recommend this one especially. It's so easy to understand. Give it a go. It definitely helped me to achieve an English brain over time. If you still want to use images, I think you can, but if you want to go to the next level, I recommend you to get the habit in an early stage. English game, this is something I started doing since I moved to Australia. I look around, and if I see something, I check if I can say it in English. There's a towel that you use in the kitchen. It's called a tea towel. Or the spaces that you put plates and stuff, it's called cupboard in English. It's just a fun game, so enjoy it. I think it's much better than looking at your phone and doing some sort of vocab quizzes as if you're preparing for some sort of exams in school. Memorizing words and filling gaps, being able to use them in real life, they are completely different skills. To be honest, I believe in quality over quantity when it comes to learning a language. I don't think I have watched heaps of TV shows and movies in my life. First, I put on Japanese subtitles because I want to understand the overall storyline first. And the second, I pop on English subs. Then, I used to use iPod Touch, and now I use my phone. What I do here is film only one segment of couple of minutes and focus on that segment. I find it more handy handy because I don't have to use a TV remote and I don't have to go on the touchpad on my computer all the time. What I do here is translate in my own way. I do not check Japanese subtitles. This is an important lesson that I have learned. In school, there was always an answer prepared for me. In other words, that was a model translation. But in real life, it's totally up to me how I translate it, how I perceive what the other person has just said. Don't wait for the model translation. And when you actually take time, you will realize that the words that used in TV shows and movies, 80% or even 90%, they're the ones that we learned in school. The key here is we don't have to understand everything. We just have to try to understand what this means. Don't check the correct answer all the time, because when you go overseas, basically that's what you have to do. If I don't understand anything, if I have no idea what's happening, I go on Google and check the meaning, or I go on ChatGPT and ask them. Don't be obsessed with answers. Are you with me? I made this YouTube short. I've got 2 quick tips. Number 1, pay attention to the front part of your mouth, because when you focus on the spot, your tongue naturally gets activated. The second one is try to move your lips 20% more than usual. Pop, pop, matto, mat. It helps you to create distinctive sounds, which are quite unique to English. Well, it was more like a quick tip. I'm going to tell you what exactly I did to fix my pronunciation. What I did was record myself, listen to it, feeling awkward, and fixing it slowly. You guys in luck today. I'm gonna show you my very first English video that I uploaded on YouTube a couple of years ago. Get to know me a little bit in this video. I learned how to contribute to the organization as a leader. I thought I was speaking English perfectly. Now, when I reflect on it, I can see so many things that I have to fix. Even beginners, we can see what's wrong. What's the gap between English by natives and English by ourselves? I'm a strong believer of this idea. To improve our pronunciation, focusing on our mouth is not enough. We have to be able to listen to our English using our ears. Many issues are actually coming from the fact that we cannot hear how we speak when we are speaking English. If you don't feel like recording yourself for 10 minutes, I recommend you to record yourself counting numbers from 0 to 10. There are only 11 words, but there are so many sounds that we Japanese are not familiar with. 0, 3, 4, 7. Start from there and first understand how you speak English. There are 2 habits that I still do to improve my speaking. Number 1, keep a diary. Second one is reading aloud. Why keep a diary for speaking? Well, when I was younger, I knew grammar rules, I knew words, but I didn't have any experiences of creating sentences by myself. I was just used to filling in the gap in school exams. If you cannot do it on the paper, actual conversations are gonna be nothing but difficult. What I try to do here is develop the ability to create sentences using my own skills, own knowledge. I do understand that there is a hype in shadowing, but I personally think that copying the sound should not be the only one goal. If you cannot read the text, that means you don't understand what's happening in the story. We have to get used to speaking English itself. We have to get used to creating English sounds. When I do reading aloud, I can take time, I can face do English, I can face do my own English as well. I genuinely enjoy reading aloud because it feels like I can kind of say everything like this, create sentences like this, keeping a diary, creating sentences in my own way, reading aloud, get used to speaking English itself. So if you combine those 2 skills, then you'll be able to speak English in your own words. I like reading, so I read a book, and after that, I use that material as for reading aloud after. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by clicking the like button. If you've got any questions, comments, please leave it down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you're more than welcome to as well. Alright, see you in the next video, guys, soon.